All right, we have another interview today. Today we are talking to whom?
Kelly Mormon, Senior Political Science and Spanish major with an Org-Com minor.
So what's been your favorite thing about the major here at ONU?
My favorite thing about the major, I have to say, has been all the different classes I've been able to take and the interest that Dr. Alexander has taken in his students and being willing to help us and work on whatever we have to work on, and just the different opportunities I've had, like being able to work on presidential lecture survey, which was something I never would have anticipated when I came in here, but it's something so unique, and because of the small atmosphere and because it's a small department and because Dr. Alexander knows you from, multiple classes, you can participate in it from your freshman year when I did, and then there's just been so many other things, but the relationships I've developed with my fellow majors. I mean, you start out in orientation class meeting each other, and then you just kind of develop from there and end up really having a close bond by the end of it.
Do you plan on, have you done so, or are you planning on doing an internship?
Yes, I will actually be doing an internship this spring with the United States Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, working in their education office with the majority staff. So I'll be able to work on and help out with the reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, and then they're also really focusing on for-profit universities right now, so I'm excited about that.
That's great. You've also done a study abroad, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And where'd you go?
I went to Madrid, Spain, because as I said, I'm a double major in Spanish, and I did a summer program just because, luckily for all of you guys coming into Northern now, you'll be on semester, so it'll be so much easier to study abroad during the year, but I had other opportunities and requirements that I had to do here on campus, so it was easier to go during the summer. But I studied abroad in Madrid, chose Madrid because of my love for Spanish art and the possibility of going to museums like the Prado and Reina Sofia were just too good to give up, so I really had to do that, and I got to do fun things like take 2 art classes, one where we actually had class in the Prado and Reina Sofia and Thyssen, and so it was just fantastic. And highly recommend it if you get the opportunity and have any desire whatsoever. And no matter where you want to go and where you want to do, we can probably find a program for you. And there's been other people in the department who've done some really cool things with their study abroad too, so it's definitely a good possibility.
As a side benefit, you got to help the Spanish celebrate their World Cup win.
I did, which was very exciting. So I get to say that I was there and, at the parade on the Gran Via after they won, so it's pretty exciting. You never know what's going to happen when you're abroad.
Do you think the professors here take an interest in you as a student? It's a loaded question, of course.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, I don't think that I probably would have been able to get through the past 4 years without the help of professors like Dr. Alexander. But I mean, so many other people. Dr. Jimmy Wilson just helped me last week with a GIS project for an internship I was working on with University Advancement, and helped me out. Didn't have to, was just something that he did. For Model UN, we've been going around to a lot of the professors to ask for some of their help to fill some budget shortfalls, and they haven't hesitated. And just being able to go, say, have a chat with Dr. Smith for 2 hours about any topic on the face of the earth means that all of the professors are really here for you, and if you need them, they'll take an interest in you, especially if you take an interest in wanting to talk to them and really wanting to help out and see what all there is that you can do.
All right, great. So what's your favorite thing about ONU?
My favorite thing about ONU in total?
Or the department?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it sounds a little redundant and silly to say everything, but I think to some extent that's true. I mean, there's definitely things along the way that, you get maybe irritated about, but on the whole, I wouldn't have changed anything that I did. But, I mean, one of my favorite things to do is actually walk towards the back of campus where the apartments are and where the pond is right by the Freed Center, and on a sunny day with the blue sky and the green roofs of the building and then the blue of the pond, it's just one of the most beautiful sights and things like that. So one of my favorite things. And I think that's just such a northern thing, just that view, and it kind of encapsulates everything that I feel about the university. But I know, like, I've never been someplace where everybody will hold the door open for you, and it's, like, expected. You get mad at each other if you don't do it. So just things like that, and we really are a pretty strong community, I think. And yeah, I mean, you get out of it what you put into it, and I think if you really want to be active and you really are interested in things and want to do more, they will make sure you have every opportunity to be able to do those things. So I think that's been my favorite thing at ONU, just the level of investment that people will put in you if you want them to.
Well, obviously you kept pretty busy in the classroom and all that sort of thing, but is there anything else to do in Ada? What's the social life at ONU or in Ada like?
I mean, I think a lot of ONU and Ada in general is the fun you make kind of out of the blue. I mean, it depends what you want to do. If there's something that you're really interested in, you'll probably be able to find it, and you'll be able to find a group of people who share those interests. So I wouldn't necessarily be so worried about that. I grew up in a town like Ada, so I really like that, and I can appreciate that small town atmosphere. And it's just not just coming to ONU for 4 years and being a resident of Ohio Northern, but really being a resident of Ada, going and checking out the restaurants, going and learning more about the Wilson Football Factory, going to things like the Harvest and Herb Festival in the fall, just being a larger member of the community. And even there's churches for every denomination in Ada, so being able to be a part of that church community too, like you have been at home, is something that's very rewarding and is a good experience as well. But I think if you're coming from somewhere that's larger, it's going to be a good experience for you, because it's going to be that small, tight-knit atmosphere, just like the ONU campus is, but spread to Ada proper, I guess. So I think you make the kind of fun that you want to have, and if you're interested in sports or whatever your interests are, you can find organizations and groups that will share those interests with you. So I don't really think that having social interests is a huge problem in Ada. And if you do get bored with the Ada bubble, you can always go to Findlay or Toledo or Columbus. They're not really that far away. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kelly.
No
Best of
problem.
luck in the internship. That sounds like a good one. And
I'm
you
excited.
have a great adventure.
Yes, definitely.